What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a genre of games that's near and dear to my heart, shmups. This one game in particular I've wanted forever, and I'm just now getting around to getting it. I can't pronounce it worth a crap, but bear with me here. It's Einhander, something like that, for the PS1. Excuse me. This game here is not one that's very easily accessible. It's hard to find, and when you do find it, it's pricey. I mean, it's one of those $150 to $200 games. It's crazy high. I don't care. It's crazy worth it to me. Anyway, in saying that, it is a Squaresoft game. And any of you that are into games is pretty hardcore will know that Squaresoft back in the day was known for its RPGs and such. It's very weird for them to have done a first person, but for them to have done a shooter. And what a shooter they did do. This thing here goes from a side-scrolling view to like an isometric view. And it constantly just kind of shifts on you. When you're fighting some enemies, it's side-scrolling. You're fighting an enemy, and at other times, it'll be the isometric view. And the depth of field or the depth displayed that is awesome. I mean, that thing, when it goes to that view, you feel like that thing is out there. You know, I mean, it really, really, really is done well. The game itself, you're this freaky looking ship. It's a really weird looking ship, but you shoot enemies on screen, of course, and they drop certain types of bullets. You know, anyway, the bullets that they dropped are very much like guns. One of them is like a grenade launching type thing, another one's like a Gatling gun type thing, and so on and so forth. But anyway, the cool thing about when you get these guns is they attach to your ship. Well, you can hit one of your buttons, whichever one it is, and it'll flip it. It'll either be on bottom or you can flip it to mount on top. So you'll have your standard gun, plus that'll be mounted at the bottom or top. If it's mounted on the bottom, it'll generally kind of droop and shoot stuff on the ground, where if you have it on top, it'll shoot straight ahead with your normal gun. Your ship is kind of like in the R-type sense. You have like 3 different variations you can choose from your ship. I recommend that if you do play this game, you go with the third one, because the third one will give you like a double shot kind of deal, a double gun. And then when you attach the Gatling or whatever to that, you've got some pretty good firepower. You can take most stuff down with relative ease. The game itself is not a bullet hell. There's not a lot of bullets on screen. It's a very calculating type game. As you play it, you've really got to learn where to be, when to be there, when to shoot, when to just get out of the way. You have to die several times with an enemy just to figure out his pattern to take him down. It's one of those type games. It's not your cave bullet hell style in any means. I think I made it on one man to like the second or third stage without ever dying. And for a shooter, that's unheard of. But when you do get to a part you die a lot, you know, and you have to figure it out. When I first played the game, I did die quite a bit, but as I played it and got used to how the layout of the levels are and all that jive, it became, I don't want to say easier, but I knew what was coming before I got there. Like I say, I normally don't do games like this because this one is just not easy for folks to get. But like I say, you can emulate it. I have emulated this game before on a Raspberry Pi 4. I think it was an 8 gig model, and it ran this game just fine. So if you have a decent PC, all that with going to be higher specs than a Pi, just about any PC, you should be able to play this game no problem. PS1, play it through the DuckStation emulator. You'll be able to tweak a lot of settings through DuckStation, and you can get this game looking super good. It looks super awesome on the PS1. It'll really shine through the DuckStation emulator on a PC. And the only reason, I don't mean to be sound like I'm pushing you guys from having the original cart or CD, that is. It's just it's stupid expensive, and it just, unless you love these type of games, it just ain't gonna be worth it for you to invest that kind of money in it, you know. But it is definitely a shooter that you should play if you're into shooters. That's really all I got to say about the game. I mean, I've wanted this game forever. I'm glad I've got it. I think you guys, if you're into shooters, I think you'll love it. If you're not into shooters, I suggest you still play it because visually it's super cool. I mean, it just looks good. It's very Blade Runner-y, really. If I had to put it into something, I'd say it kind of looks like Blade Runner. But anyway, I've rambled about this thing for far too long. As you can tell, I'm kind of giddy about it. I mean, I really love this stinking game. And I'm glad to finally have it add it to my PlayStation 1 collection. I'm a PlayStation 1 nut. I'm going to try not to overdo the channel with PlayStation 1 content, but it's definitely hard because I love that damn system. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Appreciate you checking out the vid. Later.